Atoms, molecules, and ions. Based on these pictures, can you guess which particles represent atoms, molecules, and ions? At the end of this lesson, students should be able to define the meaning of atoms, molecules, and ions. Click on the blinking button.
According to the kinetic theory of matter, matter is made up of tiny and discrete particles. There are three types of particles: atoms, molecules, and ions.
Observe the animation. What are the differences between atoms, molecules, and ions? Click on the blinking button to proceed. Atoms are extremely tiny, much too small to see. Yet they make up all the world, including you and me. These are called atoms. An atom is neutral and the smallest possible particle of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. Metals and some nonmetals, like carbon and helium, exist as atoms. Click on the blinking button to proceed. These are molecules. Molecules are made up of two or more atoms of the same or different elements. For example, carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide is a molecule which made up of atoms of different elements. Carbon atom and two oxygen atom. Another example is hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas molecule is made up of two atoms of the same element, two hydrogen atoms. Click on the blinking button to proceed. These are ions. Ions are charged particles. Ions are formed when an atom receives or donates electrons. For example, sodium atom becomes sodium ion when the electron valence is released to a nonmetal atom. Negatively charged ions, or anion, are produced when nonmetal atoms receive electrons. For example, chlorine atom becomes chlorine ion when receive an electron from a metal atom. Click on the blinking button to proceed. Let's do some activity. First, get the answers in. Let's test your memory. You are required to shoot the correct molecules or ions. In this lesson, you have learned about the atoms, molecules, and ions. Atom is the smallest particle of an element. Molecules are made up of two or more atoms of the same element or different elements. Ions are particles which are positively charged or negatively charged. Click on the blinking button to proceed. Do you know what macromolecule is? Fat, protein, and carbohydrate are examples of macromolecules. You are required to find the definition of macromolecules, give the molecular structure of fat, protein, and carbohydrate, give the molecular formulae of fat, protein, and carbohydrate, compare animal fat with vegetable fat.